Alright folks, we're gonna get straight into this. Oh boy, Square Enix is kicking itself. They should not have abandoned turn-based.
Players who are playing it via Game Pass, and the developers are so grateful for our support. They have constantly been updating us about their plans for the future and how excited the team is. But one company that I don't think is particularly happy right now is Square Enix, because they decided to abandon turn-based when it comes to Final Fantasy. And well, a lot of people are now saying this is the direction they should be going in. And an analyst is even saying that Square Enix is probably kicking themselves right now.
Before we let Veriduck continue, don't worry, I already subscribed to her. You should do too. And no, before you say she is a stalker or anything, you have evidence that Veriduck here is a stalker? I think Square Enix, they're chasing trends. They think that many people hate turn-based, which I think that's a false thing. I believe they've been listening to critics, where we all know nobody listens to critics. I think maybe they saw the critic reviews, they think, okay, the critics hate turn-based, they probably won't do it. Although I don't know about Kingdom Hearts, okay? Kingdom Hearts is a separate thing, which is okay for action RPGs. Look, for Final Fantasy, if they have a turn-based, then they have to go for it. If turn-based is what makes Final Fantasy success, then keep it. Don't abandon it.
Supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, when it comes to Square Enix, they're a company that puts out a lot of different content, and they have a lot of different games, and it's not like they have abandoned turn-based completely, but they have in terms of Final Fantasy, and this was a controversial decision when they made it several years ago, and now there are analysts who are saying they're probably kicking themselves for this decision. So it says Final Fantasy fans have been begging for the series to return to its turn-based roots for years, and according to analysts, the success of Clair Obscur probably has Squeenix feeling some regret over not catering to that niche sooner. A big reason why Final Fantasy became popular was because of course, the world building and the stories and the characters, but also because of the combat. Turn-based made them successful, made this series successful.
Yeah, that is true. It made them successful, like I said. And a little bit of side note, I think Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is my, second turn-based game. I believe my last game, I don't know, I could be wrong on this one. It's either Final Fantasy X or Final Fantasy XII on the PS2 version. Like I said, it's been a while since I played a turn-based RPG, and I'm a bit rusty. And still learning, okay? I'm still learning.
It is mind-boggling that they decided, no, we want to modernize this series so much that it's going to become unrecognizable. And don't get me wrong, I love games like Final Fantasy 16. I think it is fantastic. I love some of the performances. The story is heart-wrenching. It's a very good game in my opinion, but I still would rather see them do turn-based with Final Fantasy. It's like how a lot of Japanese companies now are deciding to cater to global audiences, and of course that means sensitive snowflakes on social media, and so they tone their work down and they change it so much that it becomes unrecognizable, and that's something that has happened to Final Fantasy in my and many other people's opinions. But it says the biggest factors in Expedition 33's success are its lovable characters, great combat, and relatively low $50 price tag, as Reese Elliott of Elena Analytics tells GamesIndustry.biz, but he adds that there was also an opening for a modern, realistic-looking JRPG with a traditional battle system. Now, of course, Expedition 33 is made by French developers, but it is heavily inspired by turn-based JRPGs.
It's true. It's actually ex-developer of Ubisoft. I'm gonna have to assume those ex-Ubisoft that made Clair Obscur Expedition 33, they say to Ubisoft, yeah, screw you, I'm not taking part of your virtual signaling, I'm out. So far, I played it, okay? And I don't see anything that most people consider woke or anything. It's a good game, although I'm still trying to lower my settings because in the open world there was a bit of a lag or something, because my computer right here is a laptop version of RTX 3050, so there is some sacrifice I need to be made. And I'm still doing challenges video. Wait a minute, I got an idea. Playing Clair Obscur without glasses. You think I can see it? I can barely see anything. That's a good challenge. Let's see it. I'm out of my mind, I know.
Think that they actually really nailed that feeling and that atmosphere, and this game is just fantastic. I've been live streaming it. I'm almost done my live stream playthrough, and I am heartbroken with some of the decisions that happen with the game, some of the character decisions, but I'm also absolutely loving it. The world feels so rich and alive. It is a phenomenal game in my opinion. And I do think that a $50 price tag has really helped it along, but I also think Game Pass has helped it too. Now, I'm somebody who has Game Pass and I play games via Game Pass, but if I like it, I will monetarily support the developers and play a game and purchase it separately.
Here's the thing you need to know. You can justify a $50 price tag, or $60 or even $80, whatever it is. If you want to justify a premium price, then you better give gamers what they want. You better make sure the game is polished, playable, no bugs, no glitches, no server issues. And then those premium price is warranted. But if you give a premium price and then all the things are either bug, glitches, or server crashes, whatever it is, people won't support you. Take a look with Concord, or better yet, Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. How that ended up.
And I think that is, part of the reason why it's so successful. A lot of people are playing it that way, giving it a chance, saying, wow, this is like really fantastic. And then they buy another copy. And of course, we know that physical copies are sold out worldwide because the developers didn't even expect it to do this good, which is always great to hear. But I want to obviously point out that it's not like this is the first turn-based game we've gotten in, decades. There's Baldur's Gate 3, Dragon Quest, Persona 3 Remake, Metaphor. I mean, it's not like we have gotten no turn-based games, but this one just does everything exceptionally well, and it's very clear that for a AA studio, they have a lot of success on their hands, and they really know how to capture the audience that they were marketing this game towards. And I think that Square Enix maybe could go back to that. They could end up selling, the copies that they need per game, because the past couple of titles they've launched, they've said that they've underperformed, so they clearly need to do a 180 and really look back at their roots and what made them successful in the first place. I know their games do sell millions and millions of copies each, but they have said all of their recent games have underperformed, which obviously isn't what a company wants.
I'm gonna have to leave that in the description. You guys can get the full context. I think the problem is, Square Enix still has their ethics department. Even though they claim they removed it, but they still have it. They're keeping it quiet because they knew if those ethics department make a single attack on gamers, their games are pretty much kaput finito. And not only that, Capcom as well, I don't know if they ever even remove their localization. One of my viewers or subscribers have made a petition to end Capcom's localization, because we all know localization sucks, because there's a chance that Capcom will censor any game, or the localization will censor any game that deem problematic, transphobia, all that sort. And this is the reason why we haven't heard anything from Resident Evil 5 Remake, because Resident Evil 5 is in fact a controversial game, and Capcom would not have risked it. They knew the journalists would hate it. They're relying on journalists to get a free press or good press, which that's stupid. They should listen to gamers. Besides the point, Square Enix, they really regret, which, to be honest, I don't feel bad. I mean, seriously, why did they censor or perhaps remove a video where Japanese creators criticized Western developers for body type A, body type B? They shouldn't have known that would happen. What are the chances of Square Enix is not gonna learn? Look, Final Fantasy, yeah, the combat is pretty good. Final Fantasy 7 Remake, all that sort. Same for Kingdom Hearts. When it comes to Final Fantasy, the one thing that made it successful is, of course, turn-based RPG, like Final Fantasy X or 10-12 or Final Fantasy 7, the OG, okay? I have to say, like I said before, I'm still brand new to either Souls game or turn-based. It's been a while since I played turn-based games, and I'm a bit rusty, so it may take time for me to learn, but what I will do is simple. Play the side quests and then the main quest. So Square Enix, you need to stop what you're doing, go back to your roots, and don't listen to sensitive snowflakes online. They are not the audience. Gamers are the audience. There's one creator who is from Mario, I believe, I need to put the name on it, who says if you make a game for Japanese people, then international players or international market will follow suit. And I'm certain some of you who are watching this, you played games made in either Japan or China or South Korea. You wanted to listen to either Japanese dub, Chinese dub, or Korean dub, because you know that the English dub is probably censored or perhaps not similar to the original. So which one of you listened to either English dub or English sub? Say it in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe if you want woke or anti-woke detected, or you just want to see me play games, or perhaps you like trending topics. Visit my second, third, and fourth channel up here or link in the description.